So the week 1 community update is out and YouTubers around the globe have certainly given their feedback. Some more clickbaity and misrepresentative with their thumbnails than others. Very few in comparison showed the legit statements made by Infinity Ward. Hats off to you, good sirs. But the overall vibe is outraged fans, Infinity Ward are trolling us, sarcastic taunts, more rage, and if you look close enough, there's some analytical diamonds in the rough there too, but far in between. But why? Of course you want to know what's rotting the brains of all these influencers and how it all boils down to Infinity Ward's already established response on the classic minimap and Dead Sounds as a goddamn perk. Let's jump right in. So on the MW2 Beta Weekend 1 community update page, Infinity Ward have a section dedicated to fan feedback accumulated over the beta. One little detail that I happened to notice that wasn't in any other subtitle and actually was located front and center was the minimap.rules. The other titles read Target Tracking, User Interface, Perks, Footsteps, and Slide. So why isn't this title just a simple minimap or dot system? It really makes it seem like these perks are set in stone and aren't subject to change like the rest. I honestly wonder if there's some correlation and causation going on behind the scenes with no unsuppressed fire on the minimap by default. So much so that there's an order by the people up top not to change this feature as this is the minimap dot rule. Just an interesting thought. Infinity Ward go on to say with MW2, we only show enemy player dots when a UAV is active. The design reason for this is that we do not want to punish players for firing their weapons. My god, what an outrageous statement. Whatever could they mean by punish players for firing their weapons? Oh, it's right there. We also want players to actively search out the origin of a gunshot, rather than just traveling directly to where the dot is on the minimap. Obviously, they are talking about knowing exact locations of enemies within the borders of your miniature map. Everything beyond the borders, outside the map, was and still is available on your provided compass in quite a few recent CoDs. And this goal of Infinity Wards is further reflected in more design decisions made in both MW19 and MW2, like the shrunken minimap. I swear, this should be talked about way more than it is, way more than other awareness controversies out there for CoD. I think the no red dots on the minimap by default 8 stem from players all the way back on MW19 that were too lazy to learn the new compass's strong and weak sides, snowballing their hate of the compass system into only red dots on the minimap matter, that one change would fix it all. What they don't realize is the coverage, and how the coverage is far more important for visualizing the bigger picture, to truly see what is going on. Your teammates' positions matter, and not seeing exactly where they are will leave holes in your team's defense for the enemies to flank. To further prove this point and drive it home is the Bird's Eye Ultimate perk in MW2. Not only does it grant by default classic red dots like Vanguard's Raider perk, but it also zooms out your minimap. These developers know exactly what helps rushers dominate, not just do well, but destroy an enemy team with all this info. That is why these two benefits are paired up in the limited time Bird's Eye Ultimate perk. It's the true classic minimap that the CoD community seems to only half remember. Look at the size of this thing on MW3, Ghosts, and Infinite Warfare. Then MW19. Did you guys actually know that MW19's minimap was bigger in survival mode? Gee, I wonder why the map was larger in the PvE experience and not the competitive 6v6 one. And if that wasn't bad enough, they touched her. They touched the only thing I was still grasping upon in MW19 going into MW2. My compass got fledging nerfed. I made a video not too long ago on the red dot controversy and how I'd update the compass to help accommodate old tactics in the evolving new CoD world. One example in particular being the parabolic microphone from CoD AW that lets you see suppressed fire on the minimap. I thought it'd be a great feature to bring back over to the compass by default, as you can't really pinpoint exact locations with the compass, right? Right? You just see the direction. I know, it sounds like a great feature and an extra good layer for finding those stealthy players running ghost and suppressors. I was already so good with the compass in MW18 that I thought this was the way to go if we wanted to expand upon the compass minimap combo feature. But no. Funny enough, Infinity Ward actually thought I was too good as well. Mattsuki's seeing too much. Mattsuki doesn't deserve to see the red dots on the compass in his peripheral vision. No, that won't do. He just chases the direction of the red dots. So what do? Shrink them. Make them so tiny that he won't even notice them unless he physically goes out of his way to look out to the action and look up at his compass directly and rotate around. But that's not all. Let's just reduce the coverage of the compass too. No North to southeast, a 130-degree angle? Nah, reduce it by 33%. A third reduced, and you get north to east, a 90-degree angle. Nah guys, I'm just kidding with you. Infinity Ward reduced the compass wingspan by 66%. North to northeast is now as far as you can see. A bloody whopping 45-degree angle. Are you kidding me? That is smaller than our field of view Infinity Ward. I get that the maps may so far seem more simplistic than MW18's, but that doesn't really excuse the fact you're showing me more or less info I can already determine using my eyes pointed forward and a good headset. Heck, again, you're not really showing me in the first place because the dots are too puny to notice, and you aren't even showing me my already visible 90-degree angle FOV, give or take. The compass in MW2 basically shows us half of what's going on our screen, for what I've determined as a useless mechanic in MW2, much like sliding. I hope to the CoD gods that they see my concern as an issue needing of repair. Like, I believe we still need some form of map awareness, but all of MW2's features, excluding the great map design and the now available score streak system to earn UAVs, have shown me they don't want us playing chess, nor checkers. They want us playing Battleship. Keep guessing the enemy location until you score a hit. Much like MW2, where we're jump shotting every corner, hoping to get the jump on a target, then finishing them off. I will say though, to be fair, there is a grand amount of UAV usage. I feel as though we're getting more than just unsuppressed red dot fire throughout 85% of all matches. I've seen so many advanced UAVs on the field too, to the point I just think people are stacking 3 active UAVs on the map consistently. That's, in my opinion, nice to see, but those 2 minutes of no UAV would really benefit from an updated compass, and even a real classic minimap. The choice is yours, Infinity Ward. Please choose one. So the target tracking's response was purely positive. They've reduced muzzle flash and smoke from your own gun while making enemies' muzzle flash brighter so that you can see where you're getting shot from faster, much like Sniper Glint. User interface is also getting an update to let players edit their perk packages mid-match, so that's a great quality of life change too. Thank you. Also, it was just bugs, so yeah. Then we get into the controversy again with perks, dead silence, footsteps, and sliding. So for the perks, they see that some people love it, while others feel that it's an unnecessary departure from the original system. Infinity Ward feel that it's a nice shake-up to how the perks work and are earned throughout the match. Furthermore, the ultimate perks are balanced as they are more powerful and are earned last, around the 8-minute mark. Their goal between now and launch is to improve the flow of all perks. They'll be testing more reworks out in week 2 of the beta. Personally, I'm on neither side Infinity Ward listed. That kind of bums me out, as Infinity Ward haven't acknowledged the CoD community wanting pretty much any other perk system besides MW2's and MW19's Pick 3, aka the original system. I think Pick 10 has been heavily requested too, but I'm not really sure if that would exactly work in MW2 without making overpowered primary guns similar to Vanguard's. What I'd like, and what this lovely lad Green Page Hit brought up during my recent MW2 beta livestream, was CoD Ghost's perk system, but on a smaller scale. I actually went over a bunch of CoD's perk systems in my previous video, check it out later, but plugging in Ghost's perk system into MW2 would actually fit seamlessly. Instead of 8 perk spending point boxes, we just need 4. Base perks in MW2 should be worth 1 point, therefore you can only run 4 of them if you choose to. The bonus perks are worth 2 points, you can either run 2 bonus perks or have 1 bonus perk with 2 base perks. As you can see, we're adding everything up to 4 points still. And then finally, the ultimate perk packages are worth 3 points, only allowing you to use 1 ultimate perk with 1 base perk, 3 plus 1. However, I'd still keep the time limit on ultimate perks, as they are still a bit annoying to deal with. You might say that this is a flawed system because essentially you're running around 7-8 minutes with only 1 perk. How is that fair? To that, I say we need to bring back Specialist Bonus. If you absolutely need an ultimate perk, perhaps you also should swap out your streaks for more perks. Specialist Bonus could grant you 1 extra base perk per 2 kills up to 8 kills. Once you hit the 8 kill mark, I think you should be granted all 8 bonus perks. 7 perks if you're not using overkill already. Then on after 8 kills, I think you should earn bonus perks every 3 kills. But no more obtaining ultimate perks besides the one you've already chosen outside of your Specialist Bonus package. I think this would actually be one of the best ways to go for nukes, and allowing someone to earn all bonus perks and base perks on the way there would be exhilarating. Unfortunately, the streaks don't loop in this game, but the Specialist Bonus system would scratch my itch for a consistent flow of rewards. As for Dead Silence, I would personally make it an ultimate perk. May as well, because it already ruins the map flow on MW19, so granting Dead Silence at the 8-minute mark in MW2 would be fine in my books. Ultimate perks are supposed to essentially be the new modern specialist or rig ability, so why not make the matches a clusterfuck only at the end? At least Dead Silence will be a perk now, right? Even Infinity Ward agree that players shouldn't be running around silent at high speeds without consequence. They believe it's important for the health of the game, so in my opinion, make it an ultimate perk. Now here's something I'm super happy about. Footsteps got an audible range nerf, not a volume nerf. This means you won't have to bust your eardrums out like you had to back on MW19 to sound for those quiet long-range footsteps. Thank God. And lastly, we have sliding. Infinity Ward says the removal of slide cancelling is still positive. They are aware of a slide cancelling glitch and are fixing it for week 2. Now apparently they also have some slide changes for launch that make it a bit more fluid and snappy. Those are words I love to hear. And I can't wait to try it out because sliding is currently beyond useless in the beta. Here was my personal fix for slide cancelling I mentioned on stream. So when you slide, and you go to shoot, I think you should be able to like slide hop, but I don't think your hop should be as tall as that hop. I just think like just a little tiny hop, like as if you're fatigued. Stun fuggered me up real good. It would essentially be Infinite Warfare slide hops. They're super fluid and snappy. As MW2 is a game about jump shotting, I don't see slide jumping as an issue, especially if the jumping isn't as high. I also wouldn't mind the ability to hit fire while sliding. Expert Fusion on Twitter presented a wonderful clip of how sliding should be a standard skillful movement mechanic. Hell, I agree because I use power slide back on Infinite Warfare as my main rig trait. I love it. So hopefully these planned changes by Infinity Ward are good. I don't fully understand the pure outrage and hatred around Infinity Ward's games, it seems. Modern Warfare 3 was an MW2 clone, so it's bad. So Ghosts went for large-scale combat, so yeah, it's bad too. Then Infinite Warfare brought in the color and reverted maps and gameplay back to the fast arcadey style. But it's bad too? Just look at the online hate. It was the most disliked game trailer of all time, bro. MW19 found a blend between IW and Ghosts with its maps and added more color than Ghosts, but it's bad for not making the maps like Infinite Warfare's. And now MW2 is bad, even after making the maps more stylish, refining layouts more than MW19, etc. But this time, red dots and dead silence are the community's biggest issue, making MW2 the worst CoD ever. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe and drop a like on this video as it would really help it out in the algorithm. Thanks for getting me to 400 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been Mattsuki's take on Infinity Ward's MW2 beta response. Peace out, homies. Also, comments are very appreciated. Thank you, bye.